We are so shit. That performance that I just saw from Real Madrid was the worst one of the season. And that's saying something, because we've been awful in a handful of games. But at least in those matches, we were able to scumbag our way to getting some points. But today, the luck ran out. I tried telling people how we started off this season was not sustainable. The way that we let teams batter us in the first half is not sustainable. Always having to depend on us turning it up in the second half is not sustainable. And we've been punished today against an inferior team. And all the games that we should have lost this season have been to inferior teams. The fact that we were heading into this match undefeated is a miracle, because we've been ass this season. I didn't think losing Toni Kroos would make us just crumble like this. And I've actually been hoodwinked. I've been catfished by the 3 games that we played right before this match. We actually looked like a good team. We actually looked like a side that can start off games well. I let that 3-game run confuse me, because I was real confident heading into this match. But I learned a lesson today. This squad that we have is a bunch of big-name players, but they're not a team. There's no chemistry. Our midfield today, non-existent. Our attack, locked up. When that right back for Lille goes home and empties out his pocket, Vinicius might fall out. What an awful performance from you today. I cannot believe how shit you were. Endrick got his first start. And to me, he was the best attacker out there. I found it so weird that Carlo subbed him off for Mbappe. Vinicius should have been subbed off. He did nothing today. Endrick had our best chance of the day. He made that run, had the shot. Aside from that, what did we do in attack? And why did Mbappe even play today? Just last week, they told us he was injured until after the international break, and he's back already? He made no impact when he got on the ball. He looked so slow because he's clearly still injured. There was no reason to risk him in a game like this. We got a lot of tough games coming up. Why throw Mbappe out there? And if you want to sub off anybody, it should have been Vini. Carlo's subs don't make sense. He doesn't sub people off based off how the game is going. He subs people off on merit, on a pecking order, right? Endrick is low on the pecking order. Vinicius is at the top, so just take off Endrick. It's easy to do that. It's easy. But based off how that game was going, Endrick outplayed Vini. I don't give a shit what Sofa scored or what any of these other stat websites tell you. I have eyes. Carlo subs are always shit nowadays. I don't know what he's thinking with some of these decisions. Not starting Arda Güler was a mistake. Arda Güler should have started in this match. All of our midfielders are shit on the ball. They're all better off the ball. We don't have a controller. We don't have anybody in that midfield that can get on the ball and calm things down. The only one is Camavinga, but he's just coming back from injury. We really are missing Toni Kroos right now. If I was Florentino Perez, I would call Toni Kroos and beg him to sign a 1-year deal, because we look lost without him. We need somebody that can play that deep line playmaker role. We don't have anybody in our squad that fits that profile. Our best midfielder on the ball is Arda Güler, because he's a 10. Arda should have started this game. He would have brought more balance into that midfield. Camavinga today, you cost us. That handball. Why are you lifting up your arm there? You're in the box, bro. You know it's going to be a pen. And I don't want to go in on him too much because this is the first game that he's played for us this season. He didn't even get a preseason game. He got injured right away, right before the UEFA Super Cup. So he was going to be a little bit rusty. I thought Camavinga was decent today. His passing was nice. On the ball, he didn't look that bad either. But you cost us with that penalty that you gave up with the handball. The only player today that I think had a decent game for us was Lunin. First half, had to make a double save from Jonathan David off of a great cross. Where was Jude Bellingham today? Where was Fede Valverde? Valverde shouldn't have even played today. He should have got a rest. This guy's playing every single game, 90 minutes. He's played the most minutes out of any other player in world football for club and country. We are so lucky that he's durable. Our back line, mediocre today. Didn't really do anything wrong, but nah. Because Lille did have some opportunities. But I think the back line and Lunin, they're the only ones that can kind of hold their head up. Awful performance. And hopefully this loss right here wakes us up. Because that was a reality check. There's no way that we should be dropping points to Lille. We're playing in this new Champions League format, and we've already set ourselves back. We still got to go play Liverpool. We still got to play Dortmund, who are on fire. Still got to go play Atalanta. All these big boy teams, we got to play. And I'm telling you this right now. If we go out there against them, like how we played today, we're going to get cooked again. I tried to tell you guys at the start of the season, it's not sustainable. I thought after that Espanyol game, we turned it around. I was fucking wrong. They just spit in our face today. Awful performance. I need all these players to get public lashes in the town square. They must answer for this. I can't believe it. What do you guys think about the game? I am fuming, bro. The last time we lost a game was January against Atletico Madrid when they knocked us out the Copa del Rey. We've not lost in about 8-9 months. And this is how that streak ends. Letting Lille keep a clean sheet against us. There's no chemistry in this team. I gotta blame our board as well for a shit summer. We were all happy with the Mbappe signing. But that shit really distracted us from the fact that we didn't address other areas that we need. Like not getting a replacement for Toni Kroos. Go get me Enzo Fernandez next summer. Deep line playmaker. We need another center back. We need a right back. We didn't do anything in the summer except for sign Mbappe. And I don't complain much about Florentino Perez because this man has been so successful that I just usually back whatever he decides. But when Carlo said in August, the first week of August, Carlo came out and said, our summer business is done. The squad's closed. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, why would you say this with a whole month left in the summer window? And that's come back to hurt us. We're in for a long season. We are. Barcelona are flying at the moment. And when they dropped points against Osasuna, we couldn't even capitalize by getting 3 points against Atletico, even though we outplayed them. So wasteful. If we don't pick our form up, we're not winning shit this season. We're not winning the Champions League. We're not winning La Liga. At most, we could hope for is the Spanish Super Cup or the Copa del Rey. And before I end it, a lot of people want Carlo sacked. I'm still not Carlo out. I don't think he's done anything to be sacked. I don't have short-term memory. But I think this has to be Carlo's last season. I don't think the club will fire him, right? I think Carlo's done way too much for him to just be fired. I think he'll end up, going into like another role, right? He'll probably be like an ambassador for the club or something. But we got to start looking at new managers. Because I'm getting annoyed now. I'm getting annoyed by his decision making. I'm getting annoyed by some of the tactics that I'm seeing out there. It's actually starting to piss me off. Utilize Arda Güler more. If we would have started Arda Güler in this match, I'm telling you right now, that first half looks a lot better than what it was. And I just knew we were going to be in for a long day based off how the game started. From the minute that whistle was blown, Lille were all over us. They were the better team on the ball. They were dictating tempo. And then when we got the ball, we couldn't string together 5 passes. Lille's goalkeeper didn't have anything to do really, except for saving that Endrick shot, and then the last 5 minutes when we decided to wake up. The worst performance of the season was just put in. And I'm fuming. Now we got to go play Villarreal, a team that's on some great form. They're 3rd in La Liga. Imagine if we go and play like that against them. That'll be more points dropped. And now, in this new Champions League format, we've dug a hole that we now got to try and find a way to climb ourselves out of with some pretty big games on the horizon. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about this match. And smash that like button, man. Subscribe. I'm out, people.